yet again, and I just wanted to give you a quick update on the string of pearls that I planted a while back. And here is the pot, and as you can see here, it's very nice. It's looking really pretty. I did cut a lot of the strings because I'm gonna replant them and put them back up here so that it can be fuller. This pot in particular, since the last video, has gone through a lot, so I think for the way that it's looking right now, it's gorgeous because I did move from the other house and I left it outside. It was really a miracle that it survived because it was really looking like it wasn't gonna make it. But somehow I managed to put it back here, and I hung it right there in that window where it has a lot of like bright indirect light, and where you can see I have a lot of plants there because I feel that that space really merits having a lot of plants. It has a lot of indirect light, very bright, very nice, and the plants have been like thriving there, so I'm really excited about that. So a lot of the string of pearls I'll show you are that I've cut. I'm gonna replant them, and I'll show you a little bit on what I look for when I cut a string. One of the things that I look for is having, let's see if I can do this. I don't know if you can see there, right here, where my thumb is. It's like a viable root. So I look for that. Sometimes it can be mistaken by one of the little strings, one of the pearls taken out, but you just really have to look in it and you can totally see the difference and see which one is a root and which one's just like a little stem from the plant, from the string. And then another thing that lately my plant has been fighting is our mealybugs. And for that, the cure that I have, which is the simplest one, is just alcohol and a Q-tip. Get a bag from the dollar store, the 99-cent store, and there's a bunch of them, and you just grab the cap, put a bunch of little bit of alcohol in there, and just dip your swab there. And let me see if I can find one right now. That has it. Well, for example, this one, see if it focuses. I don't know if it'll focus, but it has, can you see there? I don't know if you can see. This white stuff that looks like it's cotton candy, that one is mealybugs. And if you see that in your plants, it could also be powdery mildew, but if it's something that is in your plants that's very concentrated in just one spot, like this one, it's definitely mealybugs. And those are like really soft critters that get in your plants, and they will eat your plant. As you can see this here, this little string is looking a little bit, it's already eating it, you know, it's like starts eating the water, just the insides of the little plant. So be careful with that. And that's why I'm like periodically checking my plants. And I do see in this one in particular that there's mealybugs all around it. I don't know why. But I have been fighting them for quite a few months. It's definitely way less than it was from the beginning. But this one, what I'm going to be doing is, you can see here, it has the little, I had already planted it, and it has the root that already grew, and you can see a little bit of the soil there. So I'm just going to put it back in, and for that I'll show you right now. Okay, so here's my pot, the top view, and as you can see, I'm gonna be planting all of those strings that are there, I'm gonna find a viable root. For example, this one. This one's the one that you can see that totally has viable roots. And I cut them right there in that spot so that I can just grab a toothpick, literally. That's what I'm gonna do here. Let's see a good spot. I'm gonna have to take this away. So find a good spot. It could be near here. And the good thing about the toothpick is that it has the almost a little bit thicker the diameter of a of the root of the string of pearls. You just get it in there. Check your thing and get it in there and try to like press so that very gently but with pressure. It's kind of like a contradictory thing, but gently but with pressure, and get it in there. And that's what I'm going to be doing with all the other ones. For example, this one, I'm just going to check to see. Let me just put it to the side. And I have separated my strings into, this ones are good, but they have mealy. So I'm gonna be, cleaning them up. These are just all good, they're clean. I'm just looking for a viable root. Here, can you see? There, viable root. Right there, and I've checked them. These are clean, and all I have to do is do what I did right here. Since this one's longer, I'm gonna put it towards the center of the pot. And I've done this where this part is like just by itself. If it has some of the pearls very near the roots, if I can, I'll try to like save them and just put them right in there, just like superficially on the soil. But if not, I'll just pluck them right out and then leave the root where it's all by itself. And the same I'll do with this one. See this one too. As you can see right here, it has that root, and I'll just like stick it in there. It's like a little stick with the, you see it's all clean. And I did see that it was like getting kind of like, I don't know what this is really, where it's not being plump. All the rest are good. So maybe if I just, because I cut it from a long string, if I cut it and just put it in there by itself where it can get better water, it'll be better. And I do see some other ones that are here on top that are the same way, where they're not completely plump. I'll have to check on those. I think I just put them on top. Yeah, literally I just put them on top, trying to see if the roots would grow, but it seems like it's not working that way. So I'll try to put them in water. That's another way that you can get them to grow roots, and I'll show you that right now. So another way that I grow roots for the strings of pearls is that I just look for one of those viable roots to grow, and I just cut them right where they have the root. And then I stick them in water, like a water container, a little thing, whatever you can find. And you'll see here, for example, this one has already grown the root. Isn't that so cute? That's really cool. Let me get one out again, another one. See this one? Isn't it cool? And then you just, I think at this stage, is when you definitely have to put them in another pot or in the same pot that you have. This one too, the root is right there and you can see it growing roots from both sides because it had both was submerged in water. So that's all I can tell you. And I'll put some more in the pot and I'll show you how it ends up looking. Okay guys, I finished putting everything, all the strings that I had cut and that I had cut and found the roots so that I can put the roots back into the top. This is how it's looking now. It's looking a little bit fuller, and so I'm hoping that the roots can stick and they can start growing and be healthy and strong. And one of the things that I will tell you is that the water, I had already watered this the day before. That way the soil is not completely soaked and it's just damp and it's good, and it will help the root, I think, develop and start growing. So this is it. I'm gonna just hang it right here in my living room. It's looking really pretty and I really love it because from this you can get multiple pots, you know. All the ones that I have in water, I'm gonna plant them in another pot because I think here it's already very crowded and I don't think I'll have space to put them in. I did have to sacrifice some of the pearls because as in anything you do have to like have a little bit of lose some of them that weren't as good, and that way I can preserve the whole plant, you know. So these are some of the ones that I wasn't able to save because I don't see any roots anywhere. And well, I guess this one's a root, but it's already, the mealybug has really advanced quite a lot there. And I see that if you can see the pearls, they just look they look a little bit like raisins now because the plant hasn't received any water. And some of them, when they completely dry out, as you can see here, this one right here, it just, you can't get it back. So that's it. I will put some of these that didn't have any like strong roots. I will put them in water so that I can get them to grow the roots, and I'll start another pot. So I hope this helped you, and see you next time.